the province, you need to know what they're talking about. So this is to help you with that. The Episcopal Church is divided into 9 provinces, and a province is a large geographical area that encompasses a number of dioceses. By the way, we have 110 dioceses in the Episcopal Church. The provincial synods, or meetings, meet twice in the 3 years between general conventions. Deputies to General Convention are automatically also delegates to their provincial synod. We belong to the province of Swanee, also known as Province 4. There are 20 dioceses in Province 4, and as you can see, it comprises the southeastern United States. Okay, a quick guide to convention, a review of some of the basics. The bishop is the regular presiding officer of convention. And convention, of course, uses rules of order. So before we get into the rules of order, let's talk about when we're going to do what. The rules of order won't be as important until Saturday when we vote. On Friday, we're going to do some housekeeping, receive nominations, hear the bishop's address, and go to legislative hearings in the late afternoon. After dinner, we'll worship together. Don't worry, when you arrive and register in the lobby at Canuga, you're going to get a packet of materials, and that packet is going to have a schedule, and all of this is going to be on it. Legislative hearings, each resolution will be assigned to a legislative hearing. There are going to be maps to let you know where the hearings are held, and this will be happening on late Friday afternoon. Some legislative committees will not have a resolution assigned to them, but they will still meet and they will discuss business. So if you're interested in their topic, you're welcome to go there. You should go where you're interested, and you might want to discuss this with your rector and other people in your delegation so you could get as much coverage as possible from your delegation. If a committee has a resolution assigned to it, it will discuss that resolution and vote on whether to recommend that it be adopted, adopted with amendment, rejected, or tabled. The committee's recommendation will be made to convention as a report on Saturday when we are considering that resolution. On Saturday, the rules become important. Why do we need rules at all? Well, we want to have a godly conversation in a large group, a respectful, productive conversation in a large group. We want to have the orderly dispatch of business, and we want to be good stewardships of your time, good stewards of your time. And all of those things require that we have some rules to govern the way that we do our business together. So how do we do our work, the rules of order? If you wish to speak when we're debating a resolution, please go to a microphone. When called upon, state your name and parish, address the chair, do not address another delegate. And please be succinct and confine your comments to the resolution being debated. Contested elections are voted upon by ballot. Some votes on resolutions are by voice and some are by red and green cards. You should have your cards handy. You can see the resolutions that we're going to vote on in the Highland Episcopalian or in the diocesan website. This is a brief description of how to talk out loud yet properly within a large group. It's I don't have time to go completely over Robert's Rules of Order, but here are a few pointers. You can make a point of privilege. You could go to a mic and when called on say, I have a point of privilege. A point of privilege is often thought to be an opportunity for a delegate to give a talk about something unrelated to our business. That is actually not correct. A point of privilege is an opportunity for a delegate to point out to the chair that there is some problem with the process, some problem with being able to conduct business, such as the room is too hot or we can't hear back here. Those are the kinds of things that you would address with a point of privilege. A point of inquiry is when you go and ask to be recognized, and when you're recognized, you can ask a question of the chair about the parliamentary procedure. A point of order is when you are recognized and you ask the chair, you point out to the chair that you think that there is a mistake in the parliamentary procedure. Conducting our business, you can go to the microphone and make a motion. Every motion must be seconded. We will then discuss the motion using our rules. Any motion or resolution can be changed by an amendment, and then we will discuss and vote on the amendment. And if the amendment passes, then we would vote on the underlying amended resolution. If it does not pass, we would then vote on the underlying resolution not amended. You can appeal a ruling of the chair. This is very rare, I must tell you, but it is possible to appeal a ruling of the chair, in which case the chair will then put that to a vote of the entire convention. Procedural motions, you can offer a motion to limit debate. So, for example, you could move that on a particular debate, everyone be limited to 2 minutes for their comments. You can move the previous question. This is a way of cutting off debate and calling for an immediate vote. You must be recognized to do this. You must go to a microphone and be recognized by the chair. Then you would say, Bishop, I move the previous question. That is non-debatable, so debate would immediately stop. A motion to move the previous question must follow by a 2/3 majority. We would have an immediate vote on the motion to move the previous question. If it passes by a 2/3 majority, debate would be ended and we would vote on the underlying resolution. If it does not, debate could continue. You can move to consider several related resolutions together. This is a way to sometimes save time. You can move to table. You can move to postpone to a time certain. You can move to postpone indefinitely. Or you can call for a vote by orders. This requires 5 members, and what it means is that the laity will vote separately from the clergy, and for a resolution to pass, it has to receive a majority of the lay votes and a majority of the clergy votes on the same ballot. This is a procedural move that's usually used to try to defeat a resolution. So voting on resolutions, we will have voice votes. Most of our resolutions will probably be decided in this factor because they won't be close. We will have card votes if it's too close to have a voice vote. So as I said before, you need to have your red and green card handy. The red card signifies no, the green card signifies yes. And if you don't have the card handy, you might miss the vote while you're looking for your cards. If it is very close, we might ask the tellers to count. So they might ask people to hold up their cards or stand up, and the tellers will go count the yeses, and then after that they'll count the noes. We could have votes by order.